In the glittering heart of the metropolis lived Alexander Ward, a billionaire who believed the world belonged to him. He owned banks, hotels, and even people. His name inspired fear and his smile evoked distrust, but behind the luxury and the media spotlight lay something dark. His wife Elena was a shadow in her own home. Her laughter had faded. Her eyes had lost their light. To outsiders, she seemed like the perfect partner of a powerful man. But no one knew that behind closed doors, coldness and humiliation ruled. Alexander didn't understand the meaning of respect or fear of God. He was convinced he could do whatever he wanted, that no one would ever dare to defy him. Then, one day, Elena realized she no longer wanted to be a silent figure in someone else's palace. Inside her, a new life was beating, quiet, fragile, but full of hope. She was expecting a child, and with that came courage. She gathered her documents, recorded everything that had happened, and left quietly. No drama, no screaming, she simply disappeared from his world. When Alexander discovered her absence, he laughed. "She'll come back," he said confidently. But she never did. Weeks later, his empire began to collapse. Contracts fell through, accounts were frozen, partners withdrew. Alexander had no idea who was behind it all, until he received an invitation to a board meeting of his largest holding company. At the head of the table sat a man with an icy gaze, Charles Bennett, the new CEO. "Glad to see you, Mr. Ward," he said calmly. "Allow me to introduce your successor." Only then did Alexander understand who he was looking at. Elena's father. The documents were ready. Every violation, manipulation, hidden debt, and secret deal was exposed. In a single day, Alexander lost everything: his power, his wealth, his influence. He tried to call Elena, but her number was no longer in service. Far away, she lived by the sea in a small house where sunlight poured through the windows and the wind smelled of freedom. She was raising her son and no longer feared the past. Charles visited her every week, helping quietly without asking for anything. Once he told her, "Justice doesn't always shout. Sometimes it just arrives silently and puts everything in its place." Elena smiled, looking at her child. She knew that now, no one could ever hurt her again. Thank you for staying with us until the end of this story. Life often reminds us that justice doesn't always roar. Sometimes it arrives quietly and changes everything. What did you feel while watching Elena's journey? Did her courage and silence speak to you in some way? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one of them. And tell me, where are you watching from?